Hey ARC team, welcome back to another episode of ARC TV. Courtney Howe here with Leon Heaton. He is ARC's Senior Director of Treatment Services. He's no stranger to the show. He has some great information for you today. We're going to break down the phases of treatment in ARC. And Leon had mentioned he kind of defines those as learning, working, progress, and internship. So Leon, let's go to the phase one of treatment. Will you break that down for us?
So phase one, clients come in, you're sick, you're not really got your wits about you yet. So you're kind of learning. You're learning about the disease of addiction. You're learning about you. You're learning your physical response to withdrawal, and you have to learn to navigate that and cope with that. And that usually you're looking at, for 20 to 30 days in phase one. Then you're going to go into what we call phase two. I define that in my mind as working. Now you've learned the cycle of addiction. You've learned all about your cues. You've learned some relapse prevention stuff. And now we're coming to phase two, where you're gonna really work on putting that into action steps. You're gonna work on putting a plan together, whether that be on paper, relapse prevention plan. In your mind, you're working with your family. You're starting to rebuild. So you're working on building connections back in your life that you've destroyed. And then kind of phase three is so you've learned it, you're working it, now you're going to progress. You're going to take that progress that you've made and you're going to apply it to everyday life. We're going to give you more freedom, more opportunities to practice what you've learned there. And then when you get all that, you get your feet ready, and then if you think about it this way, when you were in math in high school, and that's a long time for some of us, you could sit in there and you could do the math problem and you didn't have a problem. But when you got home, the homework, you sat down and do it and you're like, I don't think I ever had this. So it's learning to apply that information from one environment to the next. That's what the working phase and the progress phase is about. So you learn it, you work it, you progress, and then you're going to go to an internship where you're going to teach others, you're going to help others, you're going to show them that same path you just came through.
And then after the internship, the really cool thing is that they have the opportunity to be full-time staff here at
Yes,
Addiction Recovery Care.
The whole time. And you're learning different things. You're learning 12 steps. Look at all the skill-based psychoeducational groups that you take. Everything in that is building to a place. It's building to that recovery. So you're starting out in that sobriety. One of the shows we talked about the sobriety to recovery continuum. So you're starting out here in sobriety. Everything is working towards the recovery. That's the graduation phase, is what I would call graduation.
That's so good. Can you tell us what your definition of sobriety is?
Sobriety is the subtraction of things in your drug screens, things in your life. Recovery is the addition of activities. It's an action word. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's not do plans don't really work. Sobriety is more a not do. I don't have any of that in my drugs, so I'm not in my drug screen, so I'm not doing drugs. Those are only the temporary. We want you to get to the do plans, which are much better.
I think that's so important for everyone to know. The first time you
Absolutely.
told me that, I fell in love with it. So thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
So also, these 4 phases that we have here at ARC, if you're in phase 1 right now, you might be thinking, there's no way I could do this for a year. But I want you to break this down. 1 year of your life.
1 year.
Look at everything that Leon just said that can happen in a year. It's incredible. A lot of people won't get this in 10 years.
Right, and think of, if you're in phase 1 and you're sitting in our facilities and you're thinking, man, I got to get out of here. This is not for me. I want you to stop and think about 1 day at a time. I know that's AA's motto, but think about 1 day at a time. You're already living in that mindset. Out there on the street, I just got to get enough for today. I don't have to worry about tomorrow. 1 hour at a time. Stay in our centers 1 hour at a time if you have to, but stay.
That's so good. Anything else you want to add about our phases?
Our phases are what you put in is what you'll get out of it. Put in all the effort you can. Just don't sit there. 90 meetings in 90 days. A lot of courts will do that. Just because you go to 90 meetings, you can walk away with nothing. Put the effort in, put the time in, put the work in. It'll pay off in the end.
It will pay off in the end. Leon, thank you so much.
Thanks
and
for
guys,
having me.
we'll see you back here next time on ARC TV.